Yes, yo. Welcome to another episode of the Culture Podcast. You know, it's been so long since we've done an episode of the Culture Podcast that I even forgot the ice-breaking questions.
Wild. Are they the same ice-breaking questions all
different.
The time?
It's a deck of like scenarios.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay.
And I do have some scenarios for you, but I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that to you. Because they're a bit wild. They're a bit outlandish.
I'll give you one chance. One, because usually there are three.
Yeah.
Okay. If we can do one.
One scenario. No, it's too deep. It's too deep. It's too deep.
Hectic.
It's too deep.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Okay.
But it's deep.
Okay.
But it happens.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Puts you in a situation where you have to think a little bit about your moral positioning.
Okay.
And it's a bit deep, but
These ones are always scary.
A stranger opens up to you.
Okay.
That they are a victim of abuse.
Okay.
Do you offer them counsel, or do you ignore that information?
Hectic. I see why this is deep. Hectic. I think you ask. Yeah, I think the best way to go about it is asking the victim what exactly they need from him sharing and opening up, because it's easy to assume that they might need help or they, trying to hint at something, or I don't know, or that maybe, they would hope that your discomfort leads to the silence, that you kind of just mize it. But I think asking said victim would be pretty helpful, because you never know, they might not even know, and then you unpack it together. So
you wouldn't just volunteer your counsel to them?
No, because I'm not qualified.
You don't have the tools.
I'm concerned. I can show some sort of sympathy, empathy maybe, but to be like, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna fetch a gun and then we're gonna
just run up on that nigga.
No.
Okay.
No.
And this is the Culture Podcast.
Oh, yes.
It's a safe space, so there's no right or wrong answer.
Fair.
So I think that I also see the logic in what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that'll be our only icebreaking question.
Lovely stuff.
I'm not taking it any further than that. Ladies and gentlemen,
cool.
If you don't know that lovely voice, that is none other than the beautiful, the lovely, the talented, the arranged, the organized Thulaganyo. I mean, did I lie?
No, but you didn't have to.
No, but you are a well arranged person, and I mean that
fair.
like holistically, I mean the way you think, your thoughts are organized, your life is organized, and it's like, this person really is what their name means. And if you've been listening to the Culture Podcast, then you know that this is not the first time we got Thulaganyo here. Round about this time last year, we were doing the same kind of thing, and our friendship was just at its beginning, I guess. And now it's been a year. We've done quite a number of things together. In the context of like music and events and ideas.
Oh yes.
You're also part of the culture team now. And it's such a pleasure to have you. You really make this work a little bit more pleasant to do, because we appreciate your efforts.
I'm glad to hear that.
And without further ado, if you're watching, I'm gonna ask you to please help me to welcome Thulaganyo again to the Culture Podcast, man, because it's my privilege and it's my pleasure to be hosting you here, man. And How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Firstly, thank you very much for having me back here, bringing my spark in my life, clearly. Because, wow, what a year. There's so much that's happened in a year's time.
Bro, it's so crazy, right?
It is. Because I'm like, this time last year, things were completely different.
I even remember, like, everything around us recording that podcast, that Square 2.0. Trying to create scenes, to create content from having some help on the day, and today we don't have that help. And it's wild.
It is crazy. It is crazy. But I think there's a lot of it that's shifted and grown in a good way. Like a lot of it is for the better. A lot of it is for the positive. A lot of it is in ways that are super fulfilling. Because I was like, culture is a great place to be, and I'm like, nah, but I want to like be part of culture, like, you know, not just as an attendee or a guest, but just being like, nah, I think being a curator of the culture, like being a pioneer of that, especially in the PTA space, is so important, because it's not common. I think we've got our very familiar maybe like establishments, for lack of a better description, in PTA who are pioneering the movement and the scenes, but I don't think there's enough of us. Definitely not enough of us. Definitely not enough women doing this too. But it's a complete 360 from last year, for sure.
Yeah, man. Like, one thing that I want to reflect on, because I've been dying to ask you. I'm sure I asked you a number of times, but I've been dying to ask you again in a documented way.
Yes.
What would you say was the biggest lesson you learned from organizing Yabadimo Fest in
2024
year 1?
Okay.
Because now we're gearing up for year 2, right?
Oh yes. I think the biggest lesson last year was that in my head I am Superwoman. In my head I'm Superwoman. I can do it all, and I can. I think I could definitely. I've earned the bragging rights to say that 100%. But I don't have to be. I definitely don't have to be, because I think if we're leaning on the right people, then so much of it can be way more seamless, because you're not handling every single thing. Like, I'm talking from marketing and promotion, I'm talking to advertising, I'm talking about getting the stall lineup, getting the artists lineup, getting the venue organized, paying for the venue organization, sound setup, literally the whole shebang, getting the ticket sales, even designing posters, whatever you see, all the promotional material you see, that's me. That's me.
Damn, you are good, man. You are
thank
you. So the lesson, the greatest takeaway is that as much as you are Superwoman, you can't do it alone.
As much as I am Superwoman, I don't have to be Superwoman.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. When you were doing it all alone, or as you're doing it all alone, is it that you're struggling maybe to find good help, or you struggling to ask for help, or because those are a lot of things.
They are a lot.
And focus, when you can't focus on a lot of things, especially even like with an event, your vision is like turning over a successful event, but there are all these smaller things that need to be done to make it successful.
True.
And like, if you don't delegate some of those responsibilities, you start to feel like a failure because this didn't work out the way, but the general success of the event it's been positive, you know. So that's why I'm asking the question, like, because as the conceptualizer, you know, you have to always keep the bigger picture in mind. You know, so I'm asking because I know these are things. I mean,
speaking from experience.
Yeah, because I also look in the mirror sometimes, like, man, why do I feel this overwhelmed? Am I struggling to ask for help? And I want to ask you, is it something that you go through? How are you overcoming that? Yeah.
Well, I think to answer the first part, it's a mixture of both. Yes, I think the firstborn daughter in me can't ask anyone for help.
Firstborns be like that.
Yeah, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. And it's coupled with also not getting the right help. And not right in the sense that there's people who aren't there to do it, but I think because I'm so pedantic about what I want and how I want it executed, I'm very much a either get it done or don't do it at all, or if you want something done, do it yourself. And that's why a lot of it is something that I would much rather take on, especially when it comes to the details.
Would you say that you're a perfectionist?
This is me publicly, and for the very first time acknowledging that I am a perfectionist. Question mark. No, I think that hasn't settled in my vocab.
So would you, okay. To describe yourself.
I haven't come to terms with that yet,
but you're seeing the signs.
I'm seeing all the red flags, hey, I'm seeing all of them one by one. Okay,
so when you're now recapping in your mind, okay, fine, the first one, this went all right, this didn't go all right. Are you giving all the feedback to yourself, from yourself, or are you collecting feedback from people? Because when you're doing it all alone, nobody understands what you went through to make it all happen. So why should we take feedback from people? So I'm asking, like, now that we got the second one coming up, the things that happened the first time that you want to improve on, or the things that worked the first time around that you want to maintain, how do you like balance all of that, especially now that you're the centerpiece of everything and you haven't distributed a lot of help, opportunities for help?
I hear that. Well, last year the feedback aspect of it was very much internalized. It was a conversation with myself by myself for the longest time. But then in preparation for this year's Yabadimu Fest, I realized that I hadn't done the check-ins with the people that I was collaborating with or were working with me at all. Yes, I asked guests about feedback. There was a survey, and people were replying, and that was great. And I mean, even in my circle of family and friends who attended, you're obviously going to hear the praises, but I think the part where I sat one-on-one with everybody I collaborated with, yourself included, where I was like, actually, I don't think I asked, like, how did it go?
I remember that call 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, exactly.
Do I still remember?
Yeah, and I'm just like, nah, this is part of the debrief. It should have been part of the evaluation of the event. And that time I put a report together, post-event report and everything, but still, it never dawned on me that, hey,
this is just your
this
perspective.
Is just me and everything I've seen and witnessed, and all the little nitty-gritties that I saw fell through the cracks, but nobody else who attended or was assisting on that day, especially because you guys were there in the capacity of a collaborator, and you had your own. I love the culture corner, corner, and I had to wonder, like, it was pretty much like filled with the kiddies, you know. It was a very child-friendly space.
Kids love the culture. The culture.
But that's the thing. I don't think we actually anticipated that how it was gonna turn out. Because every other time that we set up for culture, it's really board games, artwork, designs.
Grown-ass people. Stoners, drinkers.
Literally. So I didn't expect for the children to, you know, swarm towards the culture corner like that.
But you know, they say the best artists are the ones that have constant communication with their inner child. So of course the children are gonna find it appealing, and it's great that you even had that space for them.
Yes.
I mean, that it could be quickly made into that, even though it wasn't the plan, you know.
100%.
Because, you know, art is art, whether it's kids making it or it's grown kids making it.
100%.
And it was great also to be a part of it. Like I said in the the post event feedback. And I want to ask you, because maybe I just realized that maybe there are people who are going to listen to this and be like, okay, you know, we've seen that lady before. We're seeing a lot of the promo of Yabadimo Fest, but like, for real, what is it? And you know, we can't take for granted that, because you and I know, and those of us who were there last year know that. And maybe you've changed a bit of the concept, you know. Valid. So what's YBF in 2025? How are we defining it?
I know that this year and here onwards, actually no, let me not restrict myself. This year, Yabadimu Fest is definitely a homecoming event. It is definitely what I like to call mukid, right? Because you have your aunts, your uncles, the children, your mom and dad, your siblings, the cousins, your favorite cousins, you know, coming through and just there to give thanks, really. Usually it's to give thanks because you would patla, you know, you've probably slaughtered some sort of livestock. You've given thanks, you've, you know, called all your family to come be part of this Thanksgiving, and in that it's just become something that, you know, is celebratory, and it's a touch base. It's an occasion where people come to meet outside of funerals, you know, because this thing of meeting only when somebody's passed is also very dark, it's very heavy, you know. So we put that together, and I always say that I think we take for granted that not everybody comes from a house that's a home, you know, and not everybody has family, and not everybody is close to family, you know. And so we provide a space where people can come. They'll find their rakadi there, you know. They'll find their mkulu there, you know, if that's what they need to fulfill a space in them that doesn't have that kind of experience or hasn't ever felt at home or a sense of belonging before. And so that is something that has become what I truly believe Yabadimu Fest is for. And it wasn't that initially. I think I had a very vague idea that it would be, you know, kind of like our age group dynamic only, and that, you know, it'll be people who are rapping and all these things, but it really wasn't that. It was what I made it and what it has become, because you have a lineup. This year I've become more strict about who's on the lineup and being intentional about having it live, because I think those are elements that we take for granted, especially when we're looking at, you know, oral tradition and history and cultural practices, where backtrack wasn't a thing. You get what I mean? Backtrack wasn't a thing. Playing
that djembe.
You understand? But we want that djembe there. We want
that's
to
not
hear
a backtrack.
it.
That's live.
Exactly. You know. And so it's having that, and also being more intentional about the stalls that we're bringing in, not just having people selling burgers, you know. No offense, it wasn't a bad thing, but like we want to have
which African country?
Yeah, do you get what I mean? Maybe a thought that would have worked better, you know. But this year we're having hot plates. We're having chisanyama. We're having poikikos, you know, and we want the theatrics, right?
Damn, I was salivating.
Listen. So those are things that we're trying to be more intentional about. And I think one conversation that I had with my father was about how quote unquote radical do we want to be about it being a traditional or cultural affair. And the main thing for me was I found myself having to contemplate, okay, I want bialaba Sotho there, bialaba setso umqombothi.
Okay, traditional beer.
Yes, traditional beer, I want it there, and we're going to make it. But how are we serving it? You know? And I was like, no, we should get like those like cute fountain type of bottles, and then like people can have like mini cups that you find at a water fountain, and then like they'll just like open the thingy and pour it for themselves, and then like they'll have umqombothi through that. And I was like, but it doesn't work like that, you know. You're taking away everything that it is. You know, it's an ancestral landline, you get what I mean? And if you're drinking it through a cup, I'm not too sure if it's gonna twara network, you know. I don't think it's gonna be functional. No,
they're not gonna feel you. The underground gang won't recognize you.
No. And I think it's in things like that, you know, that I was like, no, we need to have the calabash. We need to have the umqombothi being served by ugogo, you know. We need to have that traditional element of it, the way that you would if you were going to a mokete at home, you know. And with that being said, it's just, man, I think a lot of misconceptions that we've had about Yabadimu Fest. I need to get this off my chest.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of misconceptions that we've had about Yabadimu Fest is that it is some sort of initiation type of event.
People have been inquiring on that level.
I think people are thinking we're welcoming back initiates, retro gita, and all those types of things. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to do that, but that's not that type of event.
It's not
you know,
the focus even.
Yeah, it's not the focus. It's very family oriented, and the reason why I called it Yabadimu Fest is because I personally acknowledge who I walk with, and that to me is very prominent and significant because that's your lineage. That is the family that we're trying to work towards. That is the tree that you stem from, you know. And so it's intentional in that regard, and you know, it's also intentional because we want you to come with your entourage, your underground gang when you come to the event, because we welcome it. We also welcome people who have, you know, spiritual gifts. If they, you know, go off right there and then so be it. It's a safe space that we want to definitely create, and we're not trying to shy away from it, because at the end of the day, we're African. That's the biggest part of it, you know, because it breaks my heart sometimes, or last year rather, it kind of broke my heart when one of the posters was like posted on the window outside where I was staying, right? And people who were passing by obviously can see this poster, and the minute they read the word Badimu, it was like a deterrent. And I don't want to say a deterrent for evil spirits, because I'm not gonna take it there. It basically it struck a nerve, and I think that's where I had to quickly also accept that no, the right people will get it. Those who are aligned and understand and are in favor of what I'm trying to do, they'll get it, and they'll be part of it, and they'll be there. And that's exactly how last year panned out, because all the people that needed to be there were, and those who weren't, it wasn't like oh yeah, Vele, you weren't supposed to be there, but it was very like, I get why you couldn't make it. You know, you didn't have to. And so hopefully I compress that as best as possible.
You got it off your chest.
No, I'm good ish.
So like if I understand correctly, right, it's a celebration. It's a celebration,
very
right, that takes a cultural theme, is centered and rooted in culture, and the culture is expressed through the music, through the
stalls.
The stalls, and I remember last year you even had a lookbook, if I'm not mistaken, like how people must dress.
Yes, the theme.
Yes. So there's the fashion element to it. And this year, are you sticking to
the same theme?
Yeah, or
no?
How are we advised to come dressed?
It's always the trickiest part. It's always the trickiest part because even I'm not entirely sure. And I said the theme, mind you, but I think this year my idea, especially because it's called Lesedi Khanya, meaning like let there be light. I say let there be light because translation can always get iffy, but I say let there be light or let the light radiate. To me, it's kind of like showing up as your highest self, as your most divine self, as your most lightest self,
illuminated, luminous self.
Yes, it's exactly that. And I'm not saying come now in neon pink and yellow and you know, but it's
in the African context.
Yes, I would love to see
illuminated in your ethnicity,
yes,
your heritage, or by your heritage.
Listen, okay, like and that. In your spiritual gifts, if you have any, you know. In fact, I believe everybody does. But I mean, I would love to see maybe a guy coming in a very clean outfit, you know, one that's comfortable to him, but like being able to rock a walking stick. Because now I see, oh, you're working with Nkulu, cool, great, fine. You know, you have your babe there, you know, things like that.
Channeling.
You understand?
Yeah, channeling that heritage, that lineage.
That I can see you're not walking alone because your path is radiated, you know, and you are coming in this radiance that's very...
So here's a question for you. Why choose such a theme? Like, what's the inspo?
I think it's the theme in my life at the moment. Yeah, 100%. It's definitely something I'm adopting and trying to be more intentional about. And so I'm just like, yeah, it makes sense. I think it's also vague enough for people to wear whatever they want. Yeah.
As long as they represent themselves,
right? You get exactly
and honor themselves.
Exactly, because it's that's going to be the reflection of their light.
Okay, so what are some of the biggest changes that you've implemented between this year and last year?
So, last year I'm laughing because I hear my mother's voice. Last year I wanted to chisampep before we started, because obviously it makes sense, gimpep, right? Like
chasing away bad spirits.
It's not that it was a bad experience for her, but like
no, I said chasing away bad spirits.
Oh yeah, definitely chasing away bad spirits. But it's also just, it's the theme. You get what I mean? Like it can't be something, we can't be touching on the topics of Badimu or Thanksgiving without Mbep, you know, or not having some sort of offering that's visible. Yes, in my own capacity before and in preparation for Badimu Fest last year, I had my own ritual, I had my own ceremony and Thanksgiving before and post. But this year I want to bring that forth, you know. I'm implementing an altar, an ancestral altar. So when you see ancestral altar on the poster, don't be afraid. Let me break it down.
That's deep. It's even going to be on the poster.
It's already on the poster. It's already on the poster.
Ancestral altar.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Oh yes. We're being intentional. We're being intentional.
Niggas might catch a calling out there.
That's what we want. That's what we want. Because when people catch a calling, what do people do? Nothing. But soon as they seize, we automatically know how to treat that. We already know how to, oh, okay, no, quickly put them on the left side, I'll do this, fetch water. Like, but soon as somebody's catching more, what do? We're not equipped with that enough as Africans.
Yeah, this is so, man, what you're saying is actually so interesting, man, because like when we talk about festivals, especially being hosted and held by people our age or your age,
not like this, not like this.
no, I'm actually shading myself
because I'm like, nobody's gotta know.
but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, man.
Fair enough.
I'm close to being a senior citizen. and I'm like, but you know what, man? I've sat down with a lot of people. I've even sat down myself conceptualizing a lot of different concepts, and one thing that I even pride myself in when I introduce myself to someone's like, I'm an events curator, creator and curator. And we've done a lot of things. We've done events for girls only. We've done events for rappers, battles. We've done a lot of
Cyphers.
stuff. We've met a lot of people who also do a lot of stuff. But it's like, this one is unique to me. And what my curating mind tells me, okay, fine, because the thing is, people just want experiences, right? And I'm like, man, this is such a relatable experience that you're providing, but it's crazy that it's not a mainstream type of, like, not a lot of people are on that frequency, and I feel like when you stumble across an idea like that, the start of it might be treacherous. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to be treacherous, but that's because no one has done it before.
True.
There's no blueprint to say, okay, fine, this is how we have ancestral altar right next to a stage where bands are performing.
It's exactly that. How did you know? It's exactly that.
No one knows how to do that. And I think it's cool, man. I just want to commend you for like just trusting your instinct. In terms of like, okay, fine, this is what I want to do. This is going to be my expression of my creativity and my internal life, because that's what you're doing when you make an event. You're giving people an experience of things that you envision in your brain,
absolutely,
or in your third eye, and then you're 100%. able to manifest it and bring it into reality. And it just tells me one thing, actually, that you got a very rich inner life, which is like, it's spiritual, and it's spiritual to an extent that only you understand, like what your rituals mean. And
do I understand it? I understand?
I think you strike me as someone who would understand. You wouldn't just do whatever you're doing because it's cool.
Okay, in that regard, yes, makes sense. Yeah.
So like, I want to ask you, like, if you were to be asked, you are being asked, what is one thing that we can look forward to the most at YBF 2025? There's a lot.
Hi.
I'm looking forward to the altar. I won't lie. I'm like, wow, I want to see this.
Yeah. The thing is, the altar is definitely a spectacle, or part of the spectacle. Not just a spectacle for, people to receive and see, but it's also it's what makes the event. You get what I mean? And that's why I felt so weird not implementing it last year, because of how radical it could be. But this year it has to be there, because when you do go to a mukete as family, you're going to the altar, you go greet, you go pasha, you go give thanks, and then you go and greet everybody else in the jarat. And that's what I want to do. And so the ancestral altar is not going to be some like voodoo type of shit, but like it's as simple as having it's as simple as having the offerings that you normally would, from your mpepo to your water in an enamel cup to your babs there, because first watch first watch was a thing, your BB tobacco, all of that is just gonna be there with your candles. And we also want to double it up as a space for people to leave their offerings, because it's gonna be a donate and commemorate space as well. So you can donate whatever you have to offer, and this will go to our Yabadimu Fest donation drive in partnership with Community Poverty Alleviation Program that works with like different organizations, you know, amongst youth, amongst orphanages, old age homes, etc., substance abuse rehabilitants, and we want that to go back into the community through that. Or you can commemorate and you can write a note. We'll have a sticky note of sorts where you can write a letter to somebody you've lost, somebody who is an ancestor now, you know, and you just leave it in a little bowl. At the end of the day, we'll have like a little memorial ceremony, release balloons, burn the post-its, and then all that has been donated through this drive will go to people who are in need. And I think it's the most perfect and most beautiful form of giving, experiencing, living, everything. Like it's the core. It's the core of a Thanksgiving, you know, and that is what the ancestral altar is. Just say.
Okay, that's cool, man. You know, like one thing I want to highlight also, which I think is dope, which is incredible thing that you're doing is like the inclusion of your family and the support that they offer. Maybe you don't trust them enough to help, because
no, they are they're part of the team this year, because they proved it to me last year.
They earned
so
it.
this they definitely did.
Cool. Shout out.
Definitely did.
Because what I wanted to say is, like, for me, because I was also there, you know, I was a part of it, and the thing that blew my mind the most is how you were able to pull your family members into it, and they were walking around there with pride as though it was their own. And you know, when from an observing perspective, maybe they didn't do as much as you would have liked, or they didn't do much at the time, but when we're observing and seeing how they're moving in the space, we can see that no, this is an involved family, right? And like, that is extremely underrated. You know, it's an extremely underrated thing to have a family that understands what you're trying to do and supports it, down to both folks being there, sisters, cousins, and it's a testament to the power of your vision.
Absolutely.
Because that's how you persuaded them to buy in, because they realize that, oh, this person is onto something. You're not just creating a platform for yourself to perform, but you're doing something that enriches more than just yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think that's the real reason that you were able to get the buy-in from your family. Maybe there are other reasons beyond me, but from my observation, I can see that this person is supported by people who understand, one, who you are, two, what you're trying to do.
Absolutely.
You know, and I want to take my hat off firstly to your parents for that, because it's crazy that, you know, not a lot of parents support the wild visions of their children. You know,
are you calling it a wild vision? What?
I mean, how do you explain to somebody that, look, I'm an artist and I want to have a festival?
Yeah.
How do you explain that to your family? And you know, last year you were a bit younger than you are now.
This year, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just think about that. You're like, yo, this is what I want to do, and they're like, have you done it before? So how are you gonna do it?
I think it was very easy. I don't want to lie to you. It was very, very easy because for the most part, from as little as I can remember, both parents have always supported everything that I do.
That's dope.
I studied drama in tertiary.
That's dope.
So that's not something that many people can say they do, and that's a passion. It's not for the money or for this or that. I wasn't built for STEM, guys. You know, and they knew it. You know, so much of how I existed was something that was proof that Vele, Thulaganyo is going to, this is a thing, Vele. We can't argue with that. And even in the curating of the event where they were involved and how involved my family is, I think that comes from how we as a family, we host, we enjoy hosting. We were such when we were still living in Chantel, we were hosting a lot of parties, events, even if it was just like a chillax, and then it turns into come, you know. And that's been ingrained in my blood for the longest time, because even amongst my friends in high school or even primary, you know, there were times where people knew me for being a hoster. Like, oh yeah, what are we doing this year for your birthday? Or like, oh yeah, so when are you hosting us again? And I was like, wow, yeah, no, I don't mind. I love hosting people, you know. And that there is part of the reason why it was so easy. I didn't have to say much, because not only did they understand, they've seen it, they've witnessed it already. And even in things that I couldn't fully explain, I think they've seen how much determination I have in things, to a point where they were like, yeah, okay, yeah,
we can trust this one.
That's Mr. Mutel. Yeah, sure. You know, my mother was hearing all the cries and complaints and the stresses and worries, but at no point was she like, yeah, this is not happening. She was just like, so what are the artists gonna drink? Did you even get water? Like, you know, she was, it's the hostliness of it that she was more concerned about, even in putting this together. So it was not difficult.
That's cool. No, that's cool, man. And you know what, I feel like I can see that you're on this journey of also, you know, you're learning about yourself while you're doing this. It's a big thing to do. Fortunately, you only do it once a year, but it doesn't start on the day or in the month that the event is happening, you know.
True.
And what I'm picking up from even back then, but when I see the way you're moving right now, it's like you actually have a real strong entrepreneurial sense.
Thank you.
And that is commendable. And if no one has ever told you, but I'm sure you know, and I think you should like feed into it, you know, like put it in part of your self description that, you know what, I'm a businesswoman, and you are. You're doing business, dog. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And the thing also about business is that it's not gonna boom the first time you do it.
True.
Not even the second time. But in business, you only need to be right once. But to be right once means you need to keep showing up.
Yup.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
And you don't give me that energy, that vibe of like, yeah, you know what, when it gets hard, I'm just going to quit. You know, you seem like that type of person, and that's probably why your family, because they know, they're like, this one, she's gonna do it. She's gonna convert.
They know the level of stubbornness I possess.
Have you finalized the lineup?
For the most part, yes, I have finalized the lineup. The posters are also ready. We're just waiting for some of our artists, but the posters are ready. Descriptions are ready. We've got our store lineup, also posters are ready. Okay. Basically, from tomorrow, because it's the 1st of October, everything is hitting the ground running. And
then that gives you what, like
7 weeks. 7 weeks.
Okay, that's cool. And you're going on a radio tour?
A radio tour with the Kulcha team.
Telling everybody, the whole world, spreading the message.
Absolutely.
So here on the Kulcha podcast, you know, we know about YBF.
Yes.
But, you know, tell us again, when and where.
All right. So, Yabadimu Fest 2025 edition, Lesedi Khanya themed, is taking place at Intingizi Bird Lodge on the 22nd of November 2025. This will be from 11 a.m. up until 8. It's a daytime event, family friendly music and cultural type of event. There'll be swimming pools, there'll be a lineup of live and cultural performances, as well as stalls for food and massages. And what else we got? Our 420 friendly guests will be happy to hear that we have a dispensary on site.
Oh, that's crazy.
The only gag about that is that our venue owner has requested that we don't indulge in it while on the premises. But like any mukete, you know, when the cousin calls you for the walk, you know. It's that time. So even if that's the case,
separate ourselves quickly.
For 2 seconds, we'll just know with the eyes. Okay. So it's exactly that. And yeah, it's just having a good time. Bring your grandmothers, your nieces and nephews. Bring the whole family. There's something for someone.
Okay, cool. Yo, I feel like we've spoken a lot about YBF. I don't know if we covered everything. Do you feel like there's something that you want to tell us that we don't know yet, that we should know about YBF? How many acts can we expect?
Approximately 20.
20?
Yeah.
God damn,
20
that's
acts.
a lot.
Yeah.
22 November is a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
20 acts for Saturday. Sounds like a good day, man.
It does. Like that's why people must pull up on time so that they can actually watch all the acts, because I'm excited.
And knowing you, nothing is gonna start.
Exactly. Exactly. We're starting now.
From 11, it's gonna be hot.
Listen. So yeah, we have praise poets, we have cultural ensemble, we have artists from the culture who will also be there but performing live. We have, what else we have? Other stuff. Yeah.
We have Thulaganyo.
Yeah, no, I did it wrong. We have Thulaganyo Yabadingo.
Hey. That's a really like relaxing song. I've been meaning to tell you. It's like it's calming. It's got a soothing factor to it. It's reassuring.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get deep, but it sounds literally like what it means, and especially now with everything that you've said, that like your whole vision is you want to see that ancestral thing with your guests and all of that. And even that song, it sounds like, yo, they got you.
Yeah,
that song sounds like you're telling us, the listeners, that fam, they got you. They got it arranged. They sorted out everything.
Done and dusted.
You just show up.
It's done and dusted. Can I get deeper than that?
Let's go.
The second verse on that song is
and that's not even my language, by the way.
Really?
But I don't understand that.
But you feel it.
I feel it, bro. And I get the meaning of the words, but to understand is not the same as to get the meaning. So the feeling of the music is what makes me.
Ooh. No,
like,
then my job is done.
I wake up thinking about that song sometimes. Like,
really?
And it's comforting. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
I have the privilege to know the song, so I can reference it. You get what I'm saying, and it can have an effect on me. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing you with the live band. You know, when I think about what I know about you as an artist, right? In the long run, I think you're gonna be that type of an artist that only performs with the band.
I've heard this a lot. Yeah. This is not the first time that this has come up. And I think I get it. Yeah. I really do, especially performing last year.
Yeah, because like your message, the sound, the style, and then we put it on a backtrack and a DJ. Oh, come on.
That's just to go, just a hustle to go. The actual experiences with the live band, 100%. 100%.
So if I'm saying that because if it's something that you haven't considered, you consider and make it part of your brand. Like I know it's gonna be a little pricey, to always move around like that, but in the long run it's going to be worth it, because you're feeding our souls. There's nothing like a live performance, live music performance. Now imagine live music performance with meaning in the words and intentionality.
Absolutely.
So absolutely. That being said, man, I know we're part of the team as the Culture. I've also volunteered myself because I believe in what you're doing and in you, and in front of everybody who's watching, our few viewers and everybody who will watch, because I know you'll promote this.
Let's go.
I just want to wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And I also want to acknowledge your efforts and affirm you that the work that you're doing is not only necessary, it's also important, and it's important for us, the consumers, but it's important for you as well, and you must embrace all the challenges and just enjoy the journey. Frustrating to having the time of your life, just enjoy it.
Oh, thank you so much. I receive with an open heart. You see, this is what I mean when I say because I hear it and I don't always hear it. You know, not everybody will share like, oh, it touched my soul, or it did this, but that's what I do it for. And that's why in the second verse, it's actually building each other through entertainment is the purpose I serve in this arrangement.
Yes, that's crazy.
And it's a double entendre because both my names exist in that verse, where I'm talking about building each other, you know, and the arrangement, you know. And it's exactly what I do and try to fulfill in everything, because it's not for me. It's not just for me. You know, it's not just for me. It's for
bigger than you.
It's way bigger than me, bigger than I can conceptualize
You're
at
just a
times.
vessel.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's why I walk knowing I'm backed. You know, I walk with a confidence because it's like, this is not about me. I just merely exist.
I'm just here to do it.
I'm just here to do it.
It's not for me.
Exactly. 100%. And so I look forward to performing at Yabadimu Fest. I look forward to hosting at Yabadimu Fest, and I look forward to working with the Kulcha. You guys should come to Culture Sundays. Gosh, please, I'm a whole choir conductor there.
And you hold it down. You're training us.
Thank you. No, I'm not training, but we were getting somewhere. And just making this a movement that's starting here, but can also be continental. And like, man, I think with enough time, because this is the path I see you on, people will be coming from all over the world for that experience. Mr. Mutawi has already drafted which countries I will have these different things in, so I think our collaboration with Audio Girl makes sense now.
That's crazy.
Yabadimu Fest, Lagos. We'll see you there.
That'll be crazy. Speaking it into existence.
Oh yes, we're receiving.
Yo, Thulaganyo, I can't thank you enough, man. Thank
you.
You so much you've been a delight to talk to. Thank you so much for making the time. I've already wished you all the best for YBF. We're gonna be there. Be there. Let's pull up 22 November. And I know that lodge, it's a bird, but how do you say it? The name one more time. Intingizi Guest Lodge.
Bird Lodge.
Yes. Intingizi Bird Lodge.
It gets me too.
Intingizi, but now I'm gonna make sure I remember it so I can tell everybody. Intingizi Bird Lodge. Absolutely. 22 November. Intingizi Bird Lodge is in Pretoria, so we don't want to hear any excuses.
Please.
And we're telling you in good time.
Exactly.
We want to see you there. How much a ticket's going for? I saw the early birds are out.
Our early birds are sold out. That's crazy. They were at 80 Rand. But our general admission is 100 Rand. We also have a family ticket called the Lelapa ticket, which is for family of 4. Mind you, again, this does not mean like
only your family.
Like 4 people that is your crew, 4 people that is your cousins. Because again, family is not always who you share blood with. And then at the gate is 120, but those are limited. And also, I almost forgot, this is also news to you because I haven't gotten back to you about it.
Tell me.
But on the 1st of November, we will be having a Yabadimu Fest pre-show called Lesedi Khanya Nights at Avela. Am I saying that right? At Avela, from 3 till 10. It's an evening show, just a mini taste / evening unwinding in preparation for Yabadimu Fest, and the tickets for those are going to be 60 Rand. And further details to come.
And if I've already bought an early bird, do I get access to
If you've already bought an early bird, these are separate occasions, because I'm also realizing that for this one, I don't think families are gonna pull through. I think this is for us. This one is for us. Because also it's 420 friendly. Nobody's gonna tell you to take a walk.
If they don't like it, they can walk.
Exactly. And also it's what did I want to say? Outside of the walk. Oh, and we do allow backing tracks.
For the activation.
Yes, for the activation, we allow backing tracks. It's more chilled, laid back. Getting us into the vibe and feel of Yabadimu Fest, the main event. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Also, just introducing the team and some of the performers to the audience, so that you also have familiar faces on the day,
and also some content to make to raise awareness.
Absolutely,
that's cool.
100%.
Nah, you're cooking, man. You're cooking. I'm proud of you.
Let's go,
ladies and gentlemen. Thulaganyo. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for pulling up to the Culture Podcast. I'm glad that we're back. And we're back with you because you're one of us and we're one of you.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to IBF 2025.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to curate the culture corner.
Let's go.
The culture's for the kids.
Oh yes.
And I can't wait also to be on stage with the band, man, because I'm supposed to.
Have you ever performed live band?
I have.
Really?
I have, man, and it's lit.
Okay, I'm excited. I have something to look forward to.
I'm telling you, I'm also like, damn. You know, Kanye says this. Kanye West. He's coming to SA, by the way, which is exciting.
Is this true?
It's true. It's very.
It's not a scam.
No.
Okay.
He says, my greatest disappointment is in life is that I will never get to see myself perform. So I feel him on that one.
What a Kanye thing to say. No, but it's relatable because you only get snippets of it and through a lens, and it's like
I'm sure even you, man, like if you could only watch yourself, like wow, I really show another side of myself or all of myself during that performance, so
100%.
that's the cool thing about performing.
100%. But it'll be worth it.
Thulaganyo, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
I'll be back.
2026.
Same time.
September, October.
Somewhere there.
It's the culture.
Loveless.